We have somehow hit March, and here in the UK, or more specifically in Wales, we're going to celebrate St David's Day with just a few of these. Now, obviously, you do not need to be Welsh to actually be enjoying and celebrating the leek. And actually, here in Lincolnshire, we grow them particularly well, to the extent that the British Leek Society is actually just down the road from where I am now. Now, in my leeks bed here, they are getting to the point where they need to be harvested, and there are so many amazing recipes out there which actually use these. They are not just a replacement for onions. There's so many more things that we can be doing with these. Now, when they're in the ground, we hope that actually we're going to be blanching the base of this, is where you get the white area on your leeks themselves. But we also need to be really mindful of something called our allium leaf miner, because they are in the allium family. Now, this does mean that each year I will rotate my beds for my alliums. I'm a little bit gung-ho when it comes to other produce, but alliums, absolutely, you need to be really thinking where they're going to go. However, this time of year is the ideal time to be sowing your seeds. So I can leave these in the ground a little bit longer and harvest them and use them as I wish. However, if I want some more leeks for next year, I need to be getting them on the Sow and Grow right now. So the greenhouse is certainly starting to fill up with lots of seed trays, even though we are only just in the beginning of March. And actually, when it comes to our leeks, you could have overwintered them and have sown them from October until March time. However, obviously, if you haven't done that, there is still time to do it. Obviously, being in the beginning of March and St David's Day, perfect timing. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm actually going to sow them into cells rather than into a larger tray. Even though we have a look at the packet, it says there's 400 seeds in here, which, if we're thinking about the size of the seeds that we're going to be sowing, it gives an indication that these seeds could actually be fairly small. However, they're not like dust, which sometimes you do get, particularly with flower seeds. They are a good size, so you can see quite clearly what you're actually sowing. So very simply, peat-free compost, multi-purpose again, just going into my seed tray. And then once I've done that and got it nicely filled up and sort of patted down as well, is I'm just going to sow my seeds. Now, in each of these cells, I'm actually going to sow around 5 or 6 of my leeks, because I've got on here for 8, 12, 16, 20 cells. Pop them into a propagator, which might still be needed at this time of the year, just to really get them germinating and going. And then just water them, and then they should start to pop up within the next 14 days. And after about 6-7 weeks, they should be big enough to maybe pot on, or even start to think about transplanting them outside, depending on the weather. Now, again, I'm not going to be putting these into the same bed as I have my old leeks. However, next to my leek bed, I did have my carrots, and that's going to be perfect. So I'm going to put these in what was my carrot bed last year, and what was my leeks bed this last season is going to become my carrot bed. Now, if we think about companion planting, that's absolutely perfect, because some of that sort of allium smell is still going to be lingering, and hopefully it's going to put off our carrot root fly. But we might have to net our leeks when they go outside to start off with, just to avoid that really terrible situation, which we hope we don't get, of our allium leaf miner. So leeks, absolutely glorious, and there is so much that we can actually do with them when we get to harvest them.